All right, I got that. Okay, good day, man. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Gentleman's Journey. We coming to you on Gentleman's Barbershop, Game City. Just Game City original one. How to like me like 10. We're one of the first 10 exactly. We are along the Choppies stores, so come through, have a good time in here. Amazing haircuts. And today my guest now says about Muswere. Oh, nice. I'm talking to Theo Shelton. Get the working. Get the working. Get Theo.
Theo Shelton. That's
Theo
how
Shelton.
I prefer it, yeah.
So I know when you guys see ladies in that Theo, when you talk to guys in Theo.
Theo is more corporate. Theo is what I prefer, though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We're going to be unpicking a lot of things, man. And we're taking June is Men's Mental Health Month. I will touch about that. We'll talk finance. We'll talk lifestyle. He's doing pageantry. Get rabuntle.
Ravon, you gotta know.
So we also get to unpack that and get to see what he's been getting up to. He's also a student to go to university. We'll get to unpack his career choice and what he also does. Man, thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you so much, my king, for having me. It's a splendid morning, I gotta say.
Definitely.
And June is a very imperative month, and I'm so happy to be here.
Definitely. Gerata, this is like my birthday month, guys. You know, so Gerata,
Oh,
what's your favorite season?
I gotta say December, man.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro,
Definitely. Summer. I gotta be in Bali.
In Bali,
Yeah.
all right. Let's tell people. Let's get to unpack. Who are you, Waban? If there was a documentary about you, what would be the opening scene? Like, how would it start? What would your opening scene be like? You know, where did you grow up? Where did everything start?
Before I even get to venture to who I am, I gotta say, man, I love whoever I am.
Definitely.
I love
Awesome.
the young man I am, the young man, how I've raised myself, the morals, the environment, and everything. Theo Shelton is a brand, of course. I'm a brand, and I grew up in Molepolole.
Awesome.
From my junior school till my senior school. And obviously, you're thinking of violence, drugs, alcohol.
Republic of
Molepolole. That place, I gotta say, it's kaput. How dangerous. There's a lot of influence. And as a male person, Okanawa derailed each and every time. So I gotta say, Theo Shelton was very different at school. Yeah, I was that guy who was very determined, very focused on school. And Nigi Vela Lemacheri, dog. I wasn't a guy who always hang out with guests. I got the heart. No, I'm being fair. Like,
So no chama boy.
not chama boy per se. The influence, Yamajita, Uskolong, nearly it was too much. Ne? So going around, hanging around most of the time with boys, it had its own ramifications. Drugs, alcohol, like I say.
Definitely.
So as a guy, you had to find a way if you wanted to succeed. But I gotta be glad I grew up in Molepolole. I gotta say it played a bigger role in my life.
What's the best thing about growing there, and what's the worst thing about growing there?
Exposure, being exposed to life at an earlier stage and understanding what life really means.
Let's unpack that. How to exposure to life?
So you really want to know?
Hey, like what? We talk about exposure. Like I want to know the daily challenges or life or the daily, enjoyment. What did you look forward to? Growing up in a place like that? Because Naramana from the outside, hey, was
I mean, Molepolole no like as a guy, that things you're supposed to do for you to fit inside the society, to be part of the circle. You gotta smoke for you to be part of the gents. You have to have that vulgar language, that the way you wear, the way you speak. So you
put that defensive, like strong. You always have to be.
For you,
nice.
no, wait to know like if you are that kid who feel this one you're gonna be abused instead. That's how it was.
What are the challenges in that? Because I think amongst you guys, there's a lot of bullying.
Yeah,
again,
there was.
Like have you gone through that? And also, what is your experience around thing in terms of bullying? But like, especially from the police, why agents?
I gotta say, what's the problem around the male gender here? I think it's most explicit to how we are ventured into drugs. I think for me, I was bullied because I was the clean guy,
Yeah.
the quiet guy, and mostly performing guy academically.
Yeah.
That on
But
its
it's very clean,
own,
man.
when you
That's
have
what
your own state of mind, when you are intelligent, humbled, able to preserve yourself and reserve yourself, people can hate you for that. And there was a lot of hate. I remember there was a time, never pizza cheeky. Hey, cheeky.
Hey, Cheeky.
Hey, cheeky mpamadi ho, cheeky, do this for me.
Yeah.
And ga ke sa dumalane le bone, that is where we cross paths and ke hela ke le mo mathateng. Ne ke nna ke le mo mathateng hela, that is where ke re most of the time I hanged out with girls. Ne ke nna ke na le banyana ke itse gore girls can understand me better than the boys can, and maybe I wouldn't land in chances of being in trouble hanging out with girls. Yeah.
But also, what did you learn about the bullies? Like what mostly bafana when about bully? What is it that they had in common?
Most of them, nearly those boys who were performing below average at school.
So
One thing,
are we
that's for sure.
dibari?
Not dibari. Kore, I'm a prognosticator, ne?
Yeah.
And also I love to look at the brighter side of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I give out dibari, just that they had a lot of distractions at school. Which are drugs, home backgrounds, and a lot of things that were going on. But that brought up gore banna ba hele bane violence, ba goge metsoko, banna kana bantse, and poor performance at school. Yeah.
But now, when you look from the outside, having grown in that environment and having progressed to where you are now, what advice would you give to those young guys, Baba bully ambato, those who are getting bullied, and mostly to parents and teachers who are in position of making decisions? What is it that you can offer as a advice to say, let's improve the situation that you grew up in?
You know, I got to be close with one of the bullies this other time, né?
Yeah.
And I think behind every rough surface there's a soft spot.
Yeah, I know, no, definitely.
So a great advice to the bullies. Gents, I know there's a soft spot inside of you guys. Speak out.
Yeah.
Most of them, they have problems going on, maybe home problems, personal problems, or whatever it might be. They just tend to be rough with however they react. They tend to be very violent. Violence is not the choice, my G. Just speak up. Things will be
So,
like.
we don't have matata something.
Bana le mathata, dog. Why do you have to be violent? It's
No,
a
but then
job,
I believe
boss.
that. I think bullying is it's a sign of weakness, man.
Yeah,
Just that you
From the inside.
Yeah, you know, so you wanna project. You know, bullies. You know, I have got this belief. Even the character now, I've got this belief. Kids who grow up bullies and the bullies who are very good Moskolo.
Yeah.
They make
Yeah.
bosses who are bullies. Good deal, mate.
Yeah.
So we need to get to address that and thank you for that, man. Now let's moving on then. Both University. What are you doing there and what influenced your career choice?
Both University, I started enrolling in Both University in 2024 as a first year studying Bachelors of Engineering and Electrical Engineering.
I'm a pillar. Unpack that fast. Okay, straight.
Motakasi. You can call it Motakasi.
Yeah.
It has a lot of electronics, mathematics, statistics, and all that. Yeah.
What influenced your career choice?
With Both University, I just loved the aesthetics and the opportunities that I wanted to venture into. I wanted to start pageantry.
Yeah.
I think from a very young age, nenze ke rata pageantry, just that I never had the opportunity. And I was like, okay, maybe I should go to a university where there is not, which is not quite conspicuous. But university doesn't recognize you that much. More Botswana. UB, there's a lot of market potentials out there. Competition in UB. I couldn't go to UB. Negebatla to be the voice. I wanted to be recognized. So I went to Both University.
Definitely. How has the journey been? And talking about being recognized, what do you mean to say recognized and being known? No matter what, not celebrity.
No, not celebrity per se. I mean, man, I love advocacy. I gotta say, I love wherever I am right now, being able to be standing in front of a mic and speaking for other kids. That's something that makes me happy.
Nice.
So, looking at Both University, I've never heard anyone quite outstanding from Both University.
Yeah.
And I used pageantry as a platform to voice out and to be that man and to be that guy at Both University.
Let's talk about advocacy. Why worry? There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
What inspires you to advocate? What inspires you to stand for other people? And also, when you say advocacy, what exactly are you doing?
So, like I said, pageantry to me, it doesn't only men having to be looking good, wearing suits and just working with sashes and all that.
Got this skin, got again, but for the point, what do you call this? The skin routine.
The skin
The club
routine.
goes to 6
No, it's not only about that, my G.
Yeah.
There's a lot. That pageantry, but now they don't even know what it's a platform. Yeah, advocacy. Yeah, what's advocacy? Advocacy is just that platform you can use, or the way you can venture with the society, adhere with the society, learn the society, and speak out and represent the society. Yeah.
But what I'm really asking is that before we get to that, let's unpack what inspired. Why do you want to advocate?
Why do I want to advocate?
For on behalf of those you're advocating for.
Mostly, I know I'm doing this for the society, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm doing this for myself more than I can do it for someone else.
Yeah.
I believe advocacy comes from the things that you wish they could have been done to you, but no one was there to support you. Yeah, regardless, I never had someone to tell me, you can do much better than this. You can go further than this. There's an opportunity. I can take you from A to B. So that is me. I'm that sentiment who's trying to give out opportunities, advocating, showing young males and young girls that truly advocacy is a good performative activity to do. Yeah.
Definitely. Actually, this section speaks into my mind. We're unpacking a very good issue. Yeah, if you know there's a space in a vacuum, because if you like men, like grandparents, like our dads, that we had to have a one-on-one with them, like with your dad. Sorry, have you ever had have you experienced that growing up?
Like talking to my dad.
Yes.
Yeah,
like in terms of not just talking, because for sure,
I get what you're saying.
But talking in terms of like, have you said any mainly issues? Has he said, or has he given you advice? Okay, my Basadi Ban say, this is how you react to anger. This is how you react to finances. This is just like that.
Shout out to my dad. Shout out to you, Mr. Kidikilo, wherever you are. I was raised by a very humble man.
Yeah.
Very responsible.
Yeah.
My dad Nantuta. Like he's that guy who always gave me a lecture each and every morning, a lesson about life, and he wasn't hard on me. One thing that was most imperative and that I loved about him, I was troublesome, Shem. But he never gave up on me, that guy. Okay, I would make a mistake. When I get home, he will comfort me. Hey, what? Okay, there was that side that I got from my mom. Right? So my dad was the soft spot for me. I think I did a lot because of however he raised me, however the gentleman that he raised inside of me. Yeah.
How has that affected your advocacy, or how has that made an outlook? How has it put an outlook of your philosophy about life?
That's a very good question. I believe for the fact that I've gone this far, it means that I have something better than maybe someone next to me.
Definitely.
And it's something that I gotta share. From the love, from the teachings, the lessons that I got from my parents, that is when, especially my dad, like I just said, that is when I said, okay, let me stand out, let me share this with a boy child, let me share this with somebody who never experienced that from home, let me share this with somebody who doesn't have anybody to share with. Yeah.
Definitely. Let's talk about the challenges of the boy child now.
Yeah.
In that kind of situation.
Because
talking about men's mental health again, there's this argument that the girl child isn't provided. So there's a conference, ladies are given the first priority. Like a lot of things that are there to make maybe financial decisions or to empower people in terms of sustainable skills.
Yeah. I mean, the mental health is not being talked enough about, man. It's always about the ladies. Yeah. But shout out to the ladies, but I think it's a very conspicuous matter. It's the elephant in the room. It's but there are few things that are because us not to be well mentally, us to not to be able to voice out, not to be able to stand out and say, and can you please do this for us? Yeah.
No, definitely. We only 2000. I'm not trying to expose you age.
No, it's cool.
Like 2000.
I love the fact that I'm young.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
20.
I mean, we're
I'm
20.
20. Yeah. I'm 20.
Also, I got 2000.
Kill Gen Z. Kill Gen Z, Maji.
What are the challenges? You guys are the young generation. There's a lot being said about you. How you guys. It is just a lot of things have been said about you. What are your greatest challenges now? You understand?
I gotta say, my greatest challenges is
And also, as not only you, but also your generation, the guys, what are the challenges society that you find among these young guys in terms of behavior? Gents, what you guys are doing is amazing. Like, little ladies, you guys are just kissing with ladies, so you guys are responding to your parents.
Yeah.
But also, beyond that, I appreciate the fact that those are doing amazing stuff. I'm not only looking at only one side, but I want us to address the both side of it. Or what are your challenges currently right now? And what do you think Baholo don't understand? Or what do you think us, our generation, don't understand?
I think the challenge that we face mostly as Majita and as the Gen Z, Gen Z, ne?
Yeah, Gen Z, Generation Z.
People think we are okay. Matter of fact, I think research can tell you that the teenagers are the most depressed people to ever live.
And
people,
also, okay, so I know.
Yeah.
And I feel like you guys got everything which is there, my guy. Like
For
everything
sure,
is there.
for sure.
Why are you depressed?
Maji, I think people ha ba re tlhaloganye.
Okay,
Ha re
re tlhalosetse ke le
tlhaloganye.
tlhaloganye,
Eh,
James.
ha re tlhaloganye. I think motho o ka akanya gore okay, ngwana ke o sharp, ngwana ke o ntseana. And that is why we tell most of us re hela re ikgogetse mo di drugseng, mo majalweng, di party, distraction. I wanna one thing about us, we love distraction. Whatever that can distract us from the real world, we take that opportunity, we run with it. That's how it is. Yeah.
But what, like, if you, what do you guys want to distract yourself from? We understand. Like, you guys are depressed, but rent is paid. There's food in the house.
Teenage angst, my G.
Teenage what?
Teenage angst. There is a term that
What? Say that again. Teenage what?
teenage angst, ANGST, teenage angst.
Angst.
Yeah, angst is the feeling of not being welcomed, a feeling of rejection, a feeling of feeling that people don't understand you. People are just neglecting you for who you are. People don't give you that chance to sit down with you and what's going on with you. And I think I've done a lot of great things with my life, and I'm very proud of whoever I am. I still go through teenage angst. Yeah, I still go through teenage angst. Sometimes I feel okay. To give example, I don't stay with my parents. I live outside. I'm 20 years old. I don't ask nothing from my parents. I'm very independent. But there's one thing that I want from them, ne? For them to believe in me and to support me mentally. I don't want anything materialistic from them. Just mental support. When I tell you, Mama, I'm going out, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. The gentleman's barber shop offered me this opportunity. Can I go for it? Support me, man. Hey, Theo, the way you and one thing you gotta know, the family can destroy you more than anything, man. Family can destroy.
Let's talk about that. Let's get to that dynamic. No, I understand. But don't you feel like, okay, this is how I look at it now. How because parents grew up in a space or in an era where, you know, no teacher, like they were definitely so like they don't speak about online. So don't you think that has built a, I'm looking for a very nice way to use it. Don't you think that has built a, yes, man. To believe that you should take the professions that, you know, the traditional professions that are always there, and they believe like when you divert from that, it brings a bit of fear. And also, how do you think they should be relating with you in terms of that?
One thing they should know, man, we are living 2 different generations. Like I said, Ronald Rema Gen Z, ne? Rema 2000, Rema 2K, when I get my 1K, get my 90s, man, I gotta say.
You know, these guys are, some of them are born in 1955. Some of these guys were born, imagine from there.
And we're Chile nowadays.
So do you understand where they're coming from? I want you also to understand from the other side, or, you know, this that way of thinking. As much as we feel like they can stop us or protect us, you know, let's unpack that.
Man, but one thing that I wish parents could appreciate is that we are running in the 21st century era. We are moving from analog to digital. Like change, and that is when they get to confuse how we move in life. I think now I would always advocate that academics is much as imperative as talent right now. There's a lot of talent in the youth. Lots and lots of talent. Banana talent, man. And talent you find them in the streets, but TikTok. e le talent ya gago, something that gives you passion. O feel gore ke eng o tshamekisa dingwaga tsa gago ga wa tlhagala ditsela tsa gago ba ithuta engineering wena o ha o bina wa bolong o tshameka bolo a ka kwana Messi a ka kwana Maradona. Those are our parents, and go mo ga re destroyer inside, man, because I think there's always that, what do you call it, go tell in luxury re tshela mo lehatsheng la rona la ko, but we need someone who can sit down with us and
take you guys to the ground.
but we say with the most accommodative way gore no ngwana ka go ntse yana le yana, as much as you value your talent, also know that academics is important. Isinya tamalla wa go nangaka ke batla rona doctora hela ke tshameka bolo wa itse rwan disappoint ngwana ka wa tshameka bolo. Such things ga re heta, man, I gotta say.
I'm gonna play a devil's advocate and feel like if you learn the matter. And this is why, yeah, no, let me explain it. Let me explain it for you.
Yeah.
You feel I'm at the pay because I feel like you guys are emotionally sensitive to the point that like every resistance or friction that people say, no, you can't do this, no. You guys say like, you guys take it personal, like you take it personal. No, I feel like you guys should build a layer of strength to be able to resist and to be able to say no, but like as the Gen Z, you know, we can be able to navigate this thing, because I think you guys want everything to be headed up on your plate. Like if you don't, things should just be easy for you guys.
No, Mari, we are not.
Because
we are not responsible and accountable.
Well, exactly. It is now you admit. Yeah.
No, I can admit we are not responsible and not accountable. Motaro na harugoa, we think okay, kya goa, take it on how you but you want to stress sa mine. And when mo gonna mo talk about le bo they end up fighting with us. We end up having differences with our parents, which is mostly okay. That's right for my mom to scold at me or be mad at me because I'm spending way too much time on drugs and alcohol.
And you know you are wrong. You know you did wrong. And then but you know you are wrong. But also, what's the great about you? What is it that parents can, how the relationship between you guys and your parents? Do you understand? What are the 3 things that you think parents don't understand about understanding you guys?
3 things that I wish parents can understand about us.
Yeah. Which you think they don't understand now?
They don't understand.
Yeah.
We have to have fun. We love having fun. It keeps us going.
Listen,
we love having fun. Yeah. We love being taken good care of.
Yeah.
Madi. Rata madi maiji. I just
want to say for that matter.
I don't ra. And the other thing, rata attention.
Yeah.
We love are you good? I think most males bagadina hey mama skan tuna skan haga. Mad bro, how ladies nana God forbid, how lady got those moments and everything like that. Yeah.
No, you know, I think, no, there you are right. You know, I think our parents, kind of compare, like, if you tell your parents, like, hey, Rabat said, we are like, I love you, Papa. It's like, we like, I love you was used as Roko Passing. It wasn't just a genuine, I love you. And I don't think a lot of people hug their parents.
They don't. I don't think, especially
imagine kissing your dad.
Wait, do you?
But
I just want to know.
But that was born in 1988.
So when are you offer
no, what I'm saying is this. We don't have soft parents.
Yeah, we don't.
Guys. Our belief is that in raising young men, we need to be strong, we need to be brave. You know, like that's what I get. We don't even learn about relationships, about finance from our parents, about opportunities, about how you navigate life. Like most parents don't sit down and say, but guys will hate you. Parents don't say that. But how hate they expect you to act in a good way? Like how am I going to respond to emotional something that I never learned about? Finance. A lot of us, or you're getting, first loan. Did you discuss with parents your first loan when you're working? What about, your career? Did you discuss with them? So that's why I feel there's a lot of resistance in there because we don't talk. But also you're taking that in terms of like, how do we bridge between parents growing young men and beside like our parents growing young women, and also both of them like working together to grow like a good guy in society, man.
Yeah, I think both parents and children should be accountable. One thing, as Mozadi, can you please give it a chance to learn who your child is and the timeline, the generation, and right now, man. we are moving different. We are moving different from our parents. We are moving different from.
Definitely, I'm moving this course.
Yeah. Like Rona re bana ba mapiano, man. And le rona batsadi, we should appreciate the generation that our parents belong to, how they were raised, how they think. And in such a way, I think both parties we can merge, come together, and that is when we can create good peace and talk about things. Yeah, again, now always refer back to me. I have the best relationship with my parents. Ga ke ngwana o dingalo my G. Maybe for the second for the second tsara mama ntare hey Theo seriana okay ke gona mama e be ke simela romana, but at some point I'll come down e be ke revisit whatever that I just said, and I'll take accountability. No, here and there you are right. Lene we get me mama, you have to know where you are wrong here and here. If I'm wrong, tell me. That's how things should be between a boy child or a child with the parent.
But tell me about dynamics. Did you grow up in a single family household or double family? No, papa and mama.
Papa and mama all the way.
How was dynamics in the family? No one said, you know, what should be a typical weekend?
A typical weekend, haritso ga maphakela, mama o irile breakfast. Papa ne le ke motho le music, ke ithala thatso koloi kwa nte ke a tsoga. Good morning. Ga te tsamo go ikgotlamena. Ke nna o ke o dumedisa se ikgotlamena ke go ikgotlamena, right? Brushing my teeth, my mom serves breakfast. My mom na respect the meal. Oh, she does respect meals. Na rata family time, we respect whatever you do. A lot of time I was washing the car, I would leave the car, come back to the house. We don't have that. We don't. I have a friend on Antarctica and ele time they would stay mo lapeng o mmona maphakela bosigo a tsena ke dumelang mo mongwe wa room ke re a seng go lapeng. There is no that mo living room, maybe around 9. That is when everyone goes to their bedroom to sleep. Yeah.
Also,
I grew up in a very good household, man.
What right now looking at it, how has that molded you into the guy that you are right now? Growing up in that household where they are by two parents household.
That's a very good question. I believe that played
It
it played a very huge character development mohonna. To say it again, shout out to my mom and dad. Right now, I believe I understand what it means to be a young man, to be responsible, to know life, man. That one thing I always say, I understand life. What's life? I think I can sit down with them. This is life.
Do you feel you've experienced now? Do you feel experienced a lot? How does it feel it's a life?
I'm 10 years, man, and trust me, I've experienced worse than you can ever think. Worse.
Awesome, but also, now let's get to pageantry.
Yeah.
Why Rabuntli?
First of all, before I get to that, I'm Mr. Both University 2025. Mr. Teenager Universe Southern Africa 2026.
Oh, so you hold two titles again?
Yeah, I have two titles. So, pageantry to me, it's a very good platform that I decided to venture into. Mixing the love that I have for glitz and glamour, the love that I have for advocacy, together, putting it together, it's pageantry for me. And I think male pageantry mo Botswana is not that much recognized or profound as much as Miss Botswana, Miss Universe, Dabilo and all that. And as a guy, no leading when I started pageantry, I love recognition, man. I was fighting for recognition. Last year I was supposed to go to Bali. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to Bali. Bali, Indonesia, Bali. I was supposed to have an international competition, go Bali. But I get can you please offer me
person like support or
who are you, man? That's how it is, and I'm not gonna shade or I'm not gonna badmouth how the government is. But I'm going to say this: I'm one of the maybe most famous pageant guy in Botswana, and I'm going to open a good path for all those who are coming behind me. You thought about the male pageantry, the significance, the boldness, and the degree that comes with being a pageant king.
Definitely. Let's talk about. We'll get to unpack the government in terms of involvement in the pageantry. But let's talk about male pageantry. How do you make a pageantry? What is it like? Tell me how it works. You guys have an organization. You know, you guys, Mr. Botswana, is it registered? Is it licensed? Like like the press they just saying
just like me, I'm from the pageant empire. So the pageant empire is an agency that is registered. it's controlling, I think, 4, if not 5 pageant houses, which is Miss Teen Universe Botswana, Miss Tourism Africa, Mr. Tourism Africa. So the pageant empire, ke agency, like I say, yeah, pageantry, that is where we are taught how to walk as a gentleman, as a pageant king, how to present yourself, also question and answer, public speaking, like every Saturday I attended the rehearsal. There's no stopping. If you love something, you just keep going. I'm under the pageant empire, and hona le bana ba bangwe ba ile gore ba go Mr. Botswana, ba bangwe ba go Mr. World, ba bangwe ba go Mr. Tourism. Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of myth. Is it myth or perceptions about pageantry? You know,
Is it?
Yeah, there's a lot. Like, there's a lot. Like for me, growing up, growing up, you know, went to get school. So people had a different perception. You know, logo luduma ya gore monna ka se rate. Why you
True.
You know, why are you doing that? How is it with you guys? You know, is those that wall still exist for you guys?
Don't shade it, man. There was a point I was called gay for
Nigga, what the-
Yeah. No, just say it. There was a point I was being called gay for being into the pageant industry.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
why
Because
was
that's
there
a lot of people like saying that.
Yeah. Even Banaba School, I get it as a pageant king or leader, Nikele Mr. Bot University. Nere hangwe allowances at Zena, I guess I can't Arabic depots, I get a he knows nothing. No, we did makeup. One pizza Miss Vota, what give Miss Vota. So that's how the society was to me, man. The criticisms and all that.
What do you think is it about a society that we think, you know, the guys in pageantry who are gay or the give makeup or give what, and also what don't we understand about pageantry as an outside person?
Now, one thing you should know about pageantry, makeup, it's not only about makeup.
Actually, guys, but I'm similar makeup. I want to start putting makeup on our concert. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, like you said, I think a lot of guys out there, they just love wearing good. Or rather, you love talking to people, you love advocacy. But they try to join pageantry. You never got to give it a chance to understand the stage better. Pageantry is art, man. This is an expression of feeling, an expression of how to relate with people, how to lead, how to be a perfect gentleman. So a lot of people, you are just there, a lot of people criticize us, but we just face it and we keep going every day.
How is this industry locally? Like a lot of times you hear a bit of, you know, somebody win a prize, say somebody got disqualified. There's just a lot of negative issues that are coming through.
True.
So what are the challenges of pageantry in Botswana? You know, how is it now?
Yeah, I think because of the demerited level of recognition.
What? Demerit what?
Demerited level
Demerited.
of, like the less level of, the little level of inadequate level of recognition. Pageantry, I gotta say. Right now, there are agencies. I'm not gonna mention any agency. There are agencies telling to register at 250 ne. Register Mr. Gentleman's Barbershop. Anyone can make a pageant. Mr. and Miss Gentleman's Barbershop or register at 250. After you register, okay, maybe the winning prize is 5,000. And there is no any for other agencies. There is no any. As a brand, there is no any contracts that you can sign. Okay. I really want my money. I signed this contract. You guys promised me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And that is where the loop is. After Snana winner, how there's a lot of the and you go home, you stay home because not a sign as a must.
So Amapele, are you guys looking okay? How organized are Miss Botswana, Mr. Botswana, Miss Sid? Is there a regulator or regulator about if you say you're gonna give this prize, it actually becomes this prize? Or I born before how win a koloi or win a phone or like you show it to me before we could actually say that. Is there no regulator like that?
No.
So the space is open.
One thing about me, Kerata do a contract. I love the paper. Once you promised me that, okay, I'm going to give you this. This is what I assign you.
Wait,
And
wait,
as long as
wait.
ke
I
send
don't,
ke
10 minutes.
tempile-
Okay, yeah.
ha ke
yeah.
send ke tempile ke sharp. Ke
Yeah.
tlo re ka moso nka tsoga ke a go sekisa. But hela at first hand, they don't show you anything. You just have to believe, okay, this competition, ha te go winwa madi, ha te go dirwa 1, 2, 3.
Oh. All right. Now let's talk about mental health in
Yeah.
young people, right?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys?
Hey, Ragoa, my G.
Hey.
Yeah, Ragoa. I think the elephant in the room, we can say social expectation on masculinity.
Yeah.
We have the society expects a lot from us, different things from us. Gate monna ke le tapa ga lle. Yeah, that's one thing that weighs onto our shoulders. Re tsamaya re itse gore keng, ke monna ke le tapa ga ke lle. Even if I get abused by my partner, I would never go to the police ke re ke a report because of the social expectation on us, what the society expects us, how they think we should act, what they see in us. I think ke gona e leng gore go na le mathata teng. Yeah.
What do you think we should know? Like, what do you think men should know about other men in terms of issues of mental health and understand better?
Men should know about other men.
Yeah.
I think
Guy to guy, my station, because I feel like we mask it a lot of times. Like we take it lightly. I'm
For
going
sure.
through this. Like trauma. Like literally, somebody could die. Like our culture is that somebody will die.
True.
Might see why we're out drinking after tears. Like we don't have time to this trauma. I do trauma king. We don't heal.
Yeah.
What's what I get. And the guys will say, "Ah, man, Tido Clocker hates his dog. He's gone. Now not
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then be strong. You cannot break down and say, you know, I'm ahead. I'm scared. You can't be vulnerable to other people.
Yeah.
You know. So what is that guys can do to other guys to assist and actually to know like, you're not alone in whatever you're going through.
True. One thing, Majita, that you gotta know, bolela, speak out. I think Majita, gents to gents, we know we go through a lot, man. Even let me say, as a boyfriend having a girlfriend, I just know the responsibility, the pressure that comes from that. My girlfriend expects me to do 1, 2, 3. My mom expects me to do 1, 2, 3. And if I don't do such things, I'm so scared I might lose them to people who are maybe more responsible, who can offer better than I can. But from lauti to lauti, say it's in pressure, dog. Say
If I get stressed,
Say if
oh
I
my
get
God.
stressed. And if you feel like you are overwhelmed, speak out. Because tlhaloganya ya rona, I feel like re tsaya the decision very quickly, Majita. That is where you find gore re kgona go ikaletsa, re kgona go end up re bolaile mokapelo, someone we live with and all that. I think this is the time. Go nna stiffened up, go nna rough all the time. It's not only the solution, my G.
What do you think men should understand in relationships? In accepting hate, in accepting cheating, in accepting disappointment, in accepting where you have invested in somebody, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In expecting that, you know, when somebody says that, I don't like you like I used
Yeah.
to.
One thing they should know, man, stick to somebody who understands you.
Yeah.
Love is not enough. If love was enough, I'm gonna say bitch, I'm gonna say ring.
You're not right, you know.
So one thing you should know, man, stick to someone who understands you and respects you. Somebody who is patient with your plans, somebody who's patient with where you want to be. I think the ladies we end up and all that. Those are the people they put a lot of pressure in us. Every month so but this thing, every month so but re do ditsa me ka go ntseng ka teng re na re lwetse ruri ha ntlhaloganya ke mara ke re kana a kena spane but ke dira 1 2 3 ke rekisa cool time na ka tsa motho o dumela mo o na le no vision my G o na le vision.
But also let's talk about this. Young people dating, like your Magenzi, your dating scene.
That's a nice
topic.
topic.
Okay, right, okay, it's about money. It's like, how is your dating? Because now I feel like Lebanon, you guys should just be focusing on bettering your lives.
True. True.
So how is your dating scene? You know, like I've had issues where young men by because they could not provide. I'm like, dog, at your young age of being 21 years old, we pull you cannot provide. Like, do you know how much life is still having you?
True.
Like, how is your dating scene going?
I think at this age, that is when our hormones are mostly active.
Gape mona batho ba bampela ka ke tseng wa stress ke dating ya go junior school la go university I say kana those time you're not even into those anyway. Continue my guy.
Like gone yana Majita, we love hard. Girls love hard. This is the point where most relationships.
When you say love hard, what do you mean?
like with lerato la teng, you can even think gore ke la ngwana yo 17 lo 18, like go crazy dog, go crazy but that's very important, go build your family motho a santse a le monyenyana. Inside, that's how it is nowadays. But as for me, right now, I'm just going to say this to teach young people who are going to be listening, who are going to be watching. I'm not into any relationship right now because I have somewhere that I want to go. I'm focused onto something, and relationship it gonna sacrifice. I'm not ready for that, man. Go into a relationship when you understand who you are firstly. You cannot give yourself onto someone. Love yourself before you can even love the person who's next to you. So I'm not ready for that. I'm still building the rebranding phase. If I rebrand again, but that is when maybe I can try out for relationships. Figure out then I fall in love. That is when you feel what I'm saying?
What do you think we should do to address violence? I think there's a lot of bullying amongst you guys.
There's
like
a lot.
guy to guy. Like at university in Labitana.
There's a lot.
At senior schools Labitana. Like you guys have a lot of anger. You understand?
True.
Like what causes that and how can we control that? Because if you like I think the effects of bullying or what happens. Other people who have been bullied end up being victims.
True.
You know, it affects their outlook in life. Because they've been bullied.
Yeah.
Why do you guys
I think the bullies they all do it to prove a point.
I'm going to bully university. Like you guys experience that university.
I've never seen a bully at varsity. I go senior school every Friday. It's battle time. But I think it's in varsity, it's only less. We don't experience much of that. In varsity, I think most people we're focused more on especially about university. I think I can give it credit. It's quite a good
doing
school.
good. What's your relationship with your religion?
My religion? As in like Christ or what?
Yeah. Your higher power. What do you believe in? Your higher power.
Yeah, I love God, man.
Yeah.
I'm fond of God. I love the word. I respect the word, and that is something that kept me pushing in times where I couldn't even understand the things that happen around the world. I speak to the Spirit, and I venture into the Spirit.
Awesome, man. What is it? What is it that you want? To look from now, and 10 years from now. Because they're only 30.
Yeah, I'll be 30, 10 years from now.
So what is it that you want to achieve now? How is it that you want to make, how do you want to better society? Through your advocacy, which is pageantry, through your public speaking, how do you want to make this world a better place? And what after 10 years from now, we look back, what is that you want to see about you? The kind of man you want to be.
The kind of man I am, man. I think, like I said, talent is as much imperative as academics. I think Botswana, okay, it recognizes talent, but as a person, Botswana, we are very talented, and I want to work on small, medium, micro enterprises. Like Honan, I have at Tlabibira Youth Talk magazine. It tries to improvise and develop banana with small businesses to connect them with possible investors and the rich guys out there. So 10 years from now, again, a very good company running. Promote the small, medium, micro enterprise supplies and all that. And also, I would be a businessman. I'm gonna be rich. 10 years from now, most companies will be calling me, man. Most companies will be running.
Let's talk about your magazine, the Youth Talk Club magazine. When was it founded? Where can people get it? And talk about who are you working with on that magazine?
I have a small team.
Yeah.
I have a small team operating the Youth Talk magazine. Currently, it's just an online magazine. We're still working in developing it, improving it. It's there on Instagram, Facebook. You can just search for a Youth Talk magazine. Currently, I'm more improvising and developing this small, medium, micro enterprise supplies. So. Yeah, that's it.
All right. How do you think, as a Gen Z now, as a guy who's a student of varsity, as a guy who's having who's into pageantry, as a guy who have experienced a lot, like you say,
a lot.
How do you think the government should assist you guys in terms of pageantry and in terms of involvement into youth matters? What do you think they should improve in terms of reaching out to you guys?
Man, I think there should be channels in which, or maybe an office where we could be appreciated. Okay,
Call the Minister of Youth. Ra gore ga e-
Minister of Youth will never I'm sorry to say this. They will never appreciate you, my G. I think I love someone who recognizes and appreciates the efforts of others. I'm an upcoming small creator.
Yeah.
But other creators, can you please help us with this? If I see potential, okay, I can help
Somebody,
you go from
yeah,
A to B. I'm helping you straight to the point.
yeah.
And I wish the minister can do that for me too. I'm not doing it for myself, mind
Yeah,
you.
and also doing to help.
Yeah.
So you feel like there's that break. Like, what do you feel like? The government is here, you guys are here, and like you feel like you guys don't. What do you think the government should do to reach out to you guys, and what do you think should be changed in that place so that like you're saying, ear to listen to? Because we all want you guys to be successful because you're creating, other levels of employment into amongst young people.
True. I think the government should hear us more. I just wish there was that one officer. Every issue, how when you come with it, it will be taken upon. I once had this idea. When I wanted to go into Indonesia, Bali, but due to lack of funds, I couldn't go there. I just wish the Minister of Youth and Gender Affairs, Nagira, just that youth bank, as a youth, maybe monthly we contribute or youth gonna get 18 to 30 something,
35, 18 to 35, I think, yeah.
So maybe there could be a way in which there could be that revenue for the youth, for the concerns of the youth. As the youth, it's true, this is legit. Can you please give me funds? Let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Such things already exist. For better connection nowadays. If you don't have connection, you are no one.
You
are no one.
What do you think young people should do, to actually get to put pressure or to motivate, the government to listen to them, to take decisions, What other ways of advocacy can they use beyond what you're
but
doing?
I think was the what did CP. The girl,
Justice for CP.
Majenzi Haratameke, man. Hababata Solo, they really want it. And I just gotta say, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the way.
No, but I think with Gen Z, we just get about the honesty. This honesty, like you guys like we are in it.
We don't
you're honest,
sugarcoat
you don't-
stuff. Hey,
you can't just-
if we don't like something, we just speak out. No, we don't like. I think we should keep that up, man. I think government, I gotta say, the new government, Duma Boko and the government, the youth. I just gotta appreciate that. And also that comes from the pressure that we put out there, us having to venture out, voicing out, wanting to be heard. That is one thing that we are always doing, and I'll always congratulate them and encourage them to keep it going. Yeah.
you guys just want to be here.
Hey, rona re batla go tua, my G.
Re na
Kaya la
busy-
gore you are not responsible. Me ala re batla go tua. Yeah.
It's been an amazing time out here, man, and Gentleman's Barber Shop out in Game City. And this is where our episodes are always coming every single week. And if you want any hairstyle, anything, you can look.
For sure.
That's very
Yes.
nice.
For
So
sure.
just make sure that you come through, and also, you can book in advance. You expect walk-ins. Definitely make sure that once you get in, and by the time you leave, totally not refreshing. My guy, what is it that you want people to know about mental health, most especially as our last word, and also what's your advice to young people in business,
Yeah.
and also your last one, what's that you want people to know before we close? I think that's your that's his camera again. This one, you can actually talk to this camera.
Okay.
I can't back to your Pageantry, but I will
Yeah.
post there.
Kerata camera, one thing you gotta know. A word of advice to the youth, to the gentlemen, and those who are trying to figure it out. Majita, you gotta know, so if I get pressure, one step at a time. I just know the first step is the hardest step, but just know one day God would give you that whatever you are praying for. One day you'll be living under your prayers. You'll be living on top of your prayers. Step by step, go on, push each and every day. It's better living under something that you are doing than just living without any progress. And to my G's out there, my perseverance drivers, let no vicissitudes of life deter you from your aspirations. In the face of adversity, let us follow our lives with indefatigable zeal. Our indomitable spirit shall not be vanquished by any impediments, for we are the architects of our own fate. Shout out.
Oh yes, awesome one indeed. Mama doesn't get dictionary to understand that. You can do that. One last question, just about, or that's one last question.
Yeah.
That something came. How is your relationship with money?
how's my relationship with money?
Yeah, and you're adverse to your, because if you know in terms of money, you guys like a lot of stress on this question like money, but also you guys I think if you are money is you're not making your own money, you're not struggling of making money, but how is your relationship with money? Because if you're amongst you guys, that's some money.
Yeah.
That's the last question in closing.
Yeah, I save more than I spend. I just gotta say, and I appreciate Kenale manager. I think from whatever that I get from gigs and all that, I just spend 30% of it. The rest I just save. I don't save but I'm saving.
You're preparing
the
for
fact
the
that
rough
I'm
times,
saving.
okay,
Yeah, I'm saving.
Yeah.
So you two don't save. Don't spend, man. I don't get the point of having nice clothes, luxurious things at a very young age. We thought the future is still there.
Definitely. Awesome, man. Thank you so much for making time, buddy.
Thank you
We're
so
definitely
much,
going to hang again and I'll
sure,
take a lot
I
of
can't
issues
wait,
out.
for sure, yeah.
Awesome one. It's been an amazing one out here. The Gentleman's Journey podcast at the Gentleman's Barbershop out there in Game City. And definitely give us a call, man. We'll put up all the links and all the numbers just below that. It's been an amazing one. I'll see you next time. Tito the plug everywhere. Boom, boom. We out.